Hope everyone is having a great morning. Today is Wednesday. Valentine's Day is coming up. Who's celebrating? Who's celebrating? Not I. I'm not celebrating. I'm not. I don't want to celebrate no more holidays. I'm done with it. I'm so done. But anyway, so as I'm getting up this morning, getting myself together and stuff, I ran across this video. Oh, wait, back up. Let me just tell y'all. Y'all, I had the worst day trying to find a barber ever, okay? And a barber that I did find literally messed up my head again. But I'm going to give him another chance because he was so apologetic, and I think I made him nervous. So he fucked up my hair. Like, this part is like a boomerang. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why it's so hard when I tell somebody I need a slant part. It's not a lot, but he tore my part up, y'all. And he pushed my hair back. I just can't get it right with these barbers. But I did like him, and I didn't have to pay. That was a free cut because he know he fucked up. And he was like, I really want to make it right. So please come back. I'm going to give him another chance. Because other than this part, and him like almost kind of like pushing my hair back a little bit, he really did a good job and he took his time. So I do like him. But I just can't get this right for nothing in this world. I didn't think that I would have such a hard time finding somebody to cut my little peanut. I really didn't. Okay, but so I was watching this video, and the guy was talking about Kodak Black. Good morning, TC. Good morning. He was talking about Kodak Black, and he showed a picture of Kodak Black, like sitting on the ground eating, and he was high. And then he showed these, I guess, fans getting on the ground taking pictures with him, like really just exploiting him, being fanned out at the same time, but exploiting him as well. And I just felt it was heartbreaking to see, because I remember when Kodak Black came out, I wasn't a fan of his music because that's not my, that wasn't my era, my genre of music that I like. However, I do remember seeing what a statement he made for other people, for his peers. Everybody loved him. And he had a playful sense about himself, but kind of an arrogant one. I remember that because I remember watching him one day and saying, I can't watch this. It's just too much. So I know I said that for a reason. However, he wound up getting into trouble. He went to jail, and Trump pardoned him out. Ever since he been home from jail, Kodak Black has been struggling. And it's so hard to watch. But I really feel like he is fighting demons. And it looks like he's going crazy to us. But y'all do know that when demons jump into your body and take over that spirit, they hibernate in there. Especially when they know they got a home. When you invite them demons into your spirit and they know they got a home, they fester in there. And not only do they fester, they leave things behind so that they can always come back. Pay attention, y'all, to what I'm saying to you, please. They leave things inside of you so that they can always come back. It's like a person trying to sneakily stay with you. You know how, they come to your house and they leave a hat this day. They come back, they leave a toothbrush that day. Next thing you know, they done moved in. That's what demons are due to the spirit. And I really believe that once that demon got into Kodak Black, and that could be any of us. I'm using Kodak because I'm watching him fight these demons, and he's fighting hard. He is fighting hard, y'all. So once the demon lay infestation inside of your soul, it will leave. But when it come back, it's bringing 3 more, 4 more, 5 more. It's bringing his family back into your soul. So what I see in Kodak, what I see in a lot of us, but Kodak beings that I can visually see it, it's him fighting all of these demons. Him fighting things that he's seen when he was at the top of his game. Because this is a serious game, and it's a dangerous one at the same time. And it's evil. It brings upon evil spirits out lurking. And if you're not careful, they will snatch you up. It don't take much. It don't take much. So as I'm watching Kodak Black, I just can't do nothing but cry. And I mean well. And it wasn't for Kodak. It was for us all. Because we are out here just trying to maneuver life. Wait, I'm gonna read your comments in a minute. I don't want to lose thought. We're just trying to maneuver life. And you have demons out here that are running amok. And they coming inside and out. And we could try to fight it. Some of us don't even try to fight it. We have now welcomed it. We have normalized it. You know, somebody asked me, who do I think I am? Why do I think I can always preach to people? And I had to think about that, because I often ask myself why God uses me the way he uses me. And then I answered it. He answered it for me. Why not? Why not you? Good morning, Bench. Why not you? See, what y'all fail to realize is God, when he comes for his people, he's not coming for the wealthy. Those not his people. Y'all get it messed up. Y'all get it twisted. God wants you. He wants the hurt. He wants the lost souls. He wants you. When he come back, he's not coming for the wealthy. He's not coming for the rich. He's not coming for the greedy. No. He's coming for the ones that's suffering out here. He's coming for his people, the one who's been oppressed. He's coming back for us. So don't be worried. Don't be worried. Don't be thinking because you don't have this and because you don't have that you're not worthy, or that God doesn't choose you, or that God is not loving on you and God is not blessing you. That is the exact opposite. He is blessing you more. He is loving on you more. So yes, God uses me because I've been through a lot and I still go through a lot. And that's why he uses me as a vessel, because I am brave enough, strong enough to come out here and be vulnerable. I am brave enough, wise enough, and strong enough to come out here and tell the truth, even when people don't believe it, even when people go against it. Why wouldn't he use me? Why wouldn't he? I am who he is coming for. I am Who he protects every day? Me. So why wouldn't he use me? I can't even think of, I'm literally trying to think of the one thing that I can honestly think of that I haven't been called in my life is a pedo. If I'm thinking off the top of my head of the one thing I haven't been accused of or haven't been called, that's a pedo. But my point is, I've been called and accused of everything under the sun. And still, I am here to tell the story, honey. I have been through more than you guys will ever understand. And at a young age. This is why he uses me. Because still I stand here today, astute to his word and his love. Even when I do bad, because I'm not perfect. Even when I do bad, even when I do things that's wrong, and I know it's wrong and I still do it. But God gives me grace. Because he know my heart, and he know that I know it's wrong. And he know that I know that I'm going to have to pay for that one way or the other, in the front or in the back, but I'm going to have to pay. He know that I know better. So yes, he's going to hold me to a higher standard all the time. But I'm here to tell you, please do not be weary walking around here. Please understand who you are as a people. Understand that. Oh, it's a lot of ice, y'all. Wait a minute. I know I've grown, because there was a time where I would look outside of my window, see snow, and call out. I wouldn't care how bad it was. I didn't know. I didn't care. I was just too scared to find out. So I know I've grown, because now I'm like, God, I could do this. And God said, yes, you can, and you will. So I just had that on my heart when I watched that video, and I said I gotta speak on it. And I had to speak on how God will use you for so many things, how he uses us to be the voice for so many things, for so many reasons. Hey, Benj, who is Kodak Black? Wait a minute, let me see. There are so many people who have demonstrated running through their vessels. Yeah. Yes. Kodak Black is a rapper. He's a rapper. And like I said, he just started indulging in drugs way too heavy, and I think he got a hold of some bad stuff, because right now he is out here struggling. And like, I know it's because of some bad dope. I know it, because you can tell by the way he acts and everything. He can't even control himself. But I also seen a clip of him praying, asking God to please, and God knows that what he's up against, what he's fighting, how many demons out here he fighting. He literally prayed that, and I seen it, and I just was like, amen, amen. God hears you. God hears you. And you know what? You can't give up. You cannot give up this fight. They trying to get you. They trying to get you. And then I seen a video of Kanye, because Kanye seen it as well, and he was like, you know, I'm okay, guys. Like, it's like he snapped out of it. And now he wants to go and help. He's going to Florida to help Kodak Black. I'm hoping you guys can help each other at this point, because Kanye, yeah, you had enough sense to see somebody else in need and get your shit together and say, hey, look, he need me more than, you know, all this foolishness that I'm doing right now. Let me snap back into it. I respect you for that, Kanye. I just wish you would keep it up and stop being so angry about what you think you deserve. You get what you deserve in life. I wish everybody understood that. Maybe you're not meant to be the biggest hip-hop star or the biggest singer. Maybe it was meant for you to make that one song to reach a hell of a load of people. And here you are, I want two. We never satisfied with what God has honed in on us and get all the gifts he gives us. We never satisfy. We kick him in the face every time because we always want more. That's called greed. That is what you call greed. And people don't realize that. They think, oh no, God is blessing me. No. No. It's greed. He was arrested years back for weapons possession. Yes. Yes, that's Kodak Black. And he was in jail, and Donald Trump pardoned him his first term. Pardon him. And since he's been out, he's been struggling. And it's like, it has really took a turn for the worse. He was like, he literally, like, he sits outside and just eat his food high like a bum. But he's so high. And I think Kodak is so, like, I really just think in the industry, I think Kodak has seen so much shit and knows so much that his brain cannot take it. So he got to take drugs to get his mind off the shit that he has been through, chasing this American dream. Catch. This dream, this so-called American dream, it was passed down to you. A lack of direction is the cause of a lot of his behavior. Yes. Yeah. And he has children. And that's the bad part. Like, we got all these internal issues. And our answer to those issues is to make more babies. Y'all realize that? All of us got some mental issues. I don't care. Me too. We all got a mental disconnect somewhere. Because our thinking, our process, the way we process things and the way we act on them, sometimes it's not normal. And it's not okay. And when you sit back and you think about it again, listen, whenever you make a decision and the decision is made, and you can go back and say, I should have done this, or you think of a better decision that you should have made on top of the one you already made, that means you're moving too fast. Slow down. A lot of us are not ready to. We think we're ready to be parents because we're too busy trying to rebel against ours. So we think by having a baby of our own, we can show how it's really done. That's one of the mistakes we make when we go at childbearing. But Kodak has a lot of kids out here. And one time, I forgot, I think his name Gilly. Gilly was talking to him. He went out and found him and wanted to give him some advice. And everybody that's giving him advice, I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all are like, well, let me shut up, because let God use you. Let me shut up. Shut up. God told me to shut up. I'm using you. So why can't I use them? Shut up. Okay? Give me a second. All right. Yeah. So, so what I was saying was, as Gilly was talking to him, that's another rapper. He's out of Philly. TC, you might be familiar with him. He was talking to him, and he was like telling him, you know, you got kids out here that need you. And when he mentioned Kodak's kid, it's like he lit up. Like that made him happy. But then he went right back into that sunken place. So it was like, yeah, I am a father. But it was like a look of disappointment within himself being a father. Like, you know he ain't been doing what he's supposed to do as a dad. He let his kids down. And that could do something to a man in ways that I don't think women understand. I didn't understand, for a long time. When y'all don't understand, when a man was not raised by a father and really has no clue of what that's like, how that looks, what that curtails. If you're dealing with a guy, because a lot of times we don't even know that we're dealing with that type of a man because we don't pay attention. We're not worrying about that. Those are the good questions before you go sleeping around and procreating with them. Those are the real questions and the deep conversations you should be having. Because a man who has never had a father or a male role model in his life, it's going to be very difficult for him to mimic. So what he's going to mimic is the things he see on TV, good or bad. It's a mimic though, because he don't know what it's actually like. So when we start getting upset and the first thing we call them, you a deadbeat. Ladies, you don't know what that do to a brother. And you should watch your mouth. Because a lot of us women didn't have good mothers either. Neither were we. See, the conversation has to come when we can hold ourselves accountable for the things that we lack and just do better. That's all it is to it. You got to reach out and see where it is I'm lacking and just do better. So I say that when women call fathers no good or deadbeats or just got all this negative shit to say because he cheated on you, let's be honest, it digs deep into the male's ego. And it can do one of two things. It can light fire and make him be better, or it can do the adverse opposite, make him be worse, make him just shut down completely. And because he don't know what to do, he just won't do nothing. Oh, but now he really ain't shit, right? And it's not your responsibility to feed his ego, to make him feel like he's somebody. Yeah, I know that's what women think. But, you know, you kind of do bear some responsibility, because the same responsibility you bear when you want to tell him how good he look and what you want him to do to you in the bedroom, the same way you can do that, you can actually give him some good critiques. You can actually help him be a better man if you're going to be up under him. You don't wait until you don't get your way and now he all sorts of shit. But this is the father. I'm talking about women who have children with men, because it's bigger than you now. It's about your children. And it's the most selfish shit in the world for you to still be thinking about yourself when you have children. And yes, two things can be true. A man can be a good father and just a shitty ass boyfriend or a shitty ass husband. Two can be true. Don't conflate them both. Because he's not fucking with you, now he the worst person in the world, a bad father. Just because he not fucking with you. I see y'all do that shit a lot. Nasty work. Good morning, good morning. Who raised you is a topic. I start self-parenting in my mid-40s. Wow. Good morning, Outspoken. Good morning. Yeah. Listen, my mother didn't do there's a lot of things my mother dropped the ball with. But guess what? I take those and I take everything she did right, and I make a good ass gumbo with it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take, I think I said this a lot of times. I can remember saying this, going around this bin. You take some and you leave some. And you make a nice freaking gumbo that's going to work for your family, though. Because everything, every recipe is not for every family. What works with yours ain't going to work with mine, vice versa. So I'm not telling you how to raise your kid. I'm just telling you to start raising your kids. The time is now. Listen, do you see how uncomfortable these people get when you speak the truth to them? They cannot handle it. It literally makes them sick. Because they enjoy living in a better lives. And for years and decades, we've been helping them perpetuate this lie. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. I'm done with holidays, y'all. Not celebrating no more. Fuck it. Why? Why am I going to continue to waste money on something that wasn't for me any fucking way? I ain't come up with this goddamn holiday. I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving. That's it, y'all. I gotta put my foot down in a way where it makes sense, okay? And it makes sense to start paying attention to what you're spending your money on. I'm doing that. And these holidays is one of them. You know how much money we spend on 4th of July? We ain't even get to Christmas yet. 4th of July, y'all. You know how much money we spend on that day for the cookout, to be able to gather around people. Enough. Enough. Good morning. Hey, today forever. Good morning. Good morning. I'm popping my crap. Thanks for not celebrating Thanksgiving. No, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done with Christmas. I'm done with it all. And it's for, and it ain't because, it's not only because I want to save money. It's because I don't even know why we were celebrating that shit to begin with. But I realized how much of a slave mentality I had. And I'm coming to Jesus, child. I have my coming to Jesus moment. I've been having it, but sometimes, you're a creature of habit. So you're used to doing things, so you don't even think. You just do. But I'm thinking. And the more I think, it's not worth it. I cook all the time. What? I no longer have big people. I no longer have a large amount of people in my home. I already told y'all that. I don't do company no more. Stay y'all asses over there. I'm going to stay my ass over here. I like coming home every day to a clean house. Nothing broke. Nobody know how this got done, got missing. None of that shit. I love that shit. That's the best piece in the world. I'm keeping it. I don't need company like that. Stay in your own goddamn house. And I don't want to be in nobody's dirty ass house either. I don't want to do it. I'm done. I'm so done. I love watching. Thank you. I listen. It's so funny because God, if you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, and it's out of nowhere, guys. Like, if you are just waking up between those hours of the morning, those are for praying. Those are for conversations with God. That's the first thing you should be doing, is conversing with God, because he is the one that's waking you up, because he wants to have a conversation with you. I don't think people realize that. 3 to 5. That's his time. 3 to 5 a.m. And a lot of times I kept waking up like I'm blaming menopause. I blame menopause on everything. Anything happens, it's menopause's fault. But this time I had to think about it spiritually. No, I'm not sweating. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just waking up because God is waking me up. Like, hallelujah. Let's talk. Before you start this day, let's talk. Tell me whatever you need to tell me. And for a minute, I kind of would get embarrassed because I didn't want nobody to think I was talking to myself. So I would be like kind of whispering. Because one time, my daughter, I think either my daughter or my son said, "Ma, who you talking to?" And y'all, listen, here go a little bit of vulnerability. I don't care. Y'all can talk about it if y'all choose. My mom suffers from schizophrenia, so she does talk to herself a lot. She hears a lot of voices. So we always we're always conscious, because we don't know if that will stay in our family and go to either me or my kids or whatever. We're just very conscious about our mental health. So when my kids see me talking to or hear me talking to myself, they get nervous. And y'all, for a long time, I used to be embarrassed about that because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. But I realized I'm not talking to myself. I am having a conversation with the Most High. Why wouldn't I be happy about that? Why would I hide that? Why would I be ashamed of that? When I'm talking to myself, I'm speaking logic. I'm speaking to myself before I say it out loud. Sometimes I'm going over things in my head before I play it out. And that's God. conversing with me, making sure I got it all together, because he know I don't really have nobody to talk to. I don't really trust people like that. So he said, but you can trust me. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I agree. I wake up at 3 every morning. I converse with him daily. That's also my most creative times. Yes. And won't he do it? He puts so much into me. He pours so much into me around those times in the morning. And I didn't even realize it was him. How arrogant am I to think I'm just doing this all by myself? How arrogant. TC said, yes, BB. 12 to 3, the creator restores and resets our melanin. 3 to 5, he is downloading information to you, and he is giving you your assignment. Look at that. TC, I ain't know that. I never read that a day in my life. I have no idea about this. Like, guys, you would think I read the Bible like that and everything. I do read the Bible. Not going to sit up here and say I don't read the Bible. I absolutely read the Bible. But I don't read the Bible every day. I don't read the Bible every other day. I don't know the Bible from back to front to back, back to front. I don't know it like that. I know scriptures though. But God speaks to me through another way. In a way where I can get it. Where I can internalize it and understand the message. So when he's speaking to me in that way, I'm listening. And if he tells me to tell the people, I'm telling the people. Now, my message, the way I carry my message ain't always right. Hey, Scorpio ascending, thank you. Yeah, my message, Jesus, help me. He helping me. He helping me with my message. Because I don't always get that right, y'all. And sometimes I will scare somebody away. I get that. That's never my intention. I just be wanting y'all to understand what I'm saying and get it. And so I say that again to say this. First, God is calling his people. God is telling his people, now is your time. If you don't understand, pay attention. Now, does that mean, take to the street and go crazy? No, we tried that. That didn't work. It simply means to take your power, understand your power, and walk in it unapologetically. There is no more of you being ashamed to be black. There is no more of you finding yourself explaining your blackness. There is no more of that. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Now, does that mean you need to be nasty towards any other race? Absolutely not. But the days of you feeling inferior to any other race are gone. No longer. Should have never been. So you walk and you stand tall in your greatness. That's it. And that's all. Now, what might be embarrassing to me may not be embarrassing to you. So I'm not going to tell you how that looks. I'm just not. I did enough of that. I'm very guilty of that. Seeing people that look like me, but they don't act like me. So I take problem with that. No, those days are gone too. You represent you the way you want to. And guess what? I'm going to be proud of you. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, I ain't never going to be proud of that. As long as you're not making somebody feel less than, I'm never going to be proud of that. I'm not talking about that. But represent you to the fullest. If you feel like, I don't know, maybe you don't talk the way people think you should speak. Maybe you don't pronounce words the way people think you should pronounce your words. I'm here to tell you, F them. If they don't understand it, that's their problem. If they ask you, if they need you to break it down a little better and you feel like doing it, then do it. If you don't, F them. I don't give a damn if you don't got no teeth at all. If you got one motherfucker right here. If you feel like smiling, bitch, smile. Stop apologizing for being who you are. And black people, stop getting on us because of who we are. Because we all got shit about us that somebody else don't like. You're never going to appease the masses or whoever the fuck you think it is. But it's nobody. Again, you see how uncomfortable these people are becoming? Only the ones that's filled with hate, only the ones that want to oppress is going to have a problem with what's going on. It's time. How much longer do you think you have? I don't know if you can hear me. Please press 1 if you can hear me because my car went out. Press a 1 if you can hear me, guys, because I don't know. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Oh, okay. Good. Because my car went out. All right. So, yeah. No more apologizing for being great. No more apologizing. We just have to continue to be who we are. That's it. And stop conforming to what they want us to be. This is all we had to do from the beginning. I promise you, I've been telling y'all this shit for years. This is all we had to do from the beginning. But I think we needed to see that we're still not accepted. No matter how much we try to fit in, we are not accepted by a lot of people, but we're not meant to be. We've always been meant to stand out. Stand in your greatness. Know who you are. Stop conforming to what they want you to be. We're better than that. We're greater than that. We can't, it's no way we can try to fit our big asses into their little ass circle. And I mean that spiritually, wholeheartedly. Everything about us represents God and greatness. Everything about us. Pay attention. Pay attention to how beautiful and how talented we are. Everywhere. Everywhere. The global stage. Everywhere. DEI. Shit, Caucasians are the DEI of America. Catch. And I ain't trying to be funny. And this is not no hate speech either. It's the God doggone truth. And no, it's not that I don't like Caucasians. I happen to be quite fond of a few. I ain't gonna lie. Of a few. But I don't trust them. I gotta tell the truth. I don't trust them. They want to be on top. And they want me at the bottom too much to trust them. I don't see how any of y'all could trust them. They don't want you up here with them. They want you down here. How could you trust somebody who wants you lower than them? How could you trust somebody? How could you love on somebody? How could you prefer them when they don't consider you here? And it ain't even about financial gains. That ain't why they don't consider you here. It's only because of this. That's ridiculous. That's ignorance. And guess what we did? We kind of followed suit. We took on what they gave us and we start giving it to each other. We start abusing each other with what they abuse us with. And we continuously do it because now we're a creature of habit. It comes natural. Cuss a bitch out. Because we so used to being cussed out. We so used to being dogged out by the masses. We so used to it that we have become abusive. We got to change it. There is no other. There is no other way. There is no other options. We just got to be better. We just got to be better. Whatever that look like, whatever better look like to you, be it. I'm not telling you how to be it. Just do it. Just be better. Whatever you did, and take it one day at a time, y'all. If it's one thing, let's just say uh you got diabetes and you know you ain't supposed to have that cake. Today, it maybe, and guess what? Next week you might buy that fucking cake again and tear that shit up. But today, I just threw that shit in the garbage because I'm trying to do something better. It could be anything. Y'all, let me tell you what I'm about to do. So, like I said, I realize the arena I'm in. That's at work and everything, right? So, I am the type of person that I bring a positive vibe into the building, into the office and everything. I'm very positive. I make people laugh, and I'm just, outgoing person. You're not going to get, I never bring my problems to work with me. Whatever going on right now, once I hit that door, that shit is out my head and out my mind. I'm focused on what's in front of me, and that's patience. So my staff and everybody, they love that about me. But what happens is, what starts to happen is this. That love turns into envy. And then things start to happen to where you like, wait a minute. Why? What what happened? Because now people are starting to see your light and they want to dim it. So what I'm going to do today, I refuse to let anybody dim my light. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I don't know if I'm gonna be that way tomorrow, but today, I'm starting to take it one day at a time at my greatness, at being great. And that's my advice to all of y'all. Just take one day at a time at being great. Even if it was what I saw I don't, y'all, I haven't been watching a lot of beef sector content because, again, I'm working towards being great. So if I see something that's too negative, like it's just going downhill in the negative direction, I just turn it off. And it might be one of my faves, but because I'm making that conscious effort to do better, it starts there. Not allowing negativity uh to disturb my peace and to trick me into going back to a negative place. Because it happens all the time. And I was speaking to a friend, and I'm going to say this before I get off. Y'all got to understand that the internet is your best form of therapy. Y'all don't even realize that. Do you realize that, y'all, we are on the internet more than we are doing anything else? And that's the truth. And that's for everybody. Doctors, nurses, all of us. We have the same issue. And you want to know why? It's because sometimes life gets too difficult. Sometimes you got to turn life off. And when you turn life off, you want to go into a fantasy world where you don't have to think about, you don't have to make decisions. All you have to do is watch. And sometimes watching somebody else's fucking drama, it relieves yours. Like, well, damn. I thought I was going through something. And you find yourself sinking into other people's problems because you refuse to deal with your own. And it becomes easier and easier and easier every single day. So whether y'all know it or not, the internet is therapy. I don't know if it's good or bad. That's between the individual. But it's someplace that everybody goes to take their mind off of life. So when you're doing that, it's important that you pay attention to what you are consuming. While you're taking your mind off of bills that you should supposed to be paying that's backing up, that you don't know how they're going to pay, Looking at somebody else scheme, scam, fight, argue, that's not going to help your situation. It's going to escalate it. It's going to put you back. It's going to grab you deeper down without a solution. You ain't even thinking about that because now you're engulfed in somebody else's business that you are neglecting your own. Pay attention. We are all guilty of it. I ain't telling you something that I'm not guilty of because I am, but I'm clocking it and I realize that it's a problem. So if I'm making a conscious effort to try to do something different, just try and crawl before you walk. Maybe 5 days might turn into 4. 4 days turn into 3. Take it one day at a time. But you got to. You got to put down the phones. You got to take the phones from your kids. You got to, y'all. We got to change the trajectory of how we're going about this internet and this world because our kids are our future. I keep telling you this. So instead of, and even if you don't like to read, there are some parents that just don't like to pick up the book. Audible is a great tool. They will read to you. All you got to do is listen. But it's important when you got school-age children that you are putting that phone down. It's important that you have an off time with the phones. That is so important. It is important that you have a time, especially when you have children, to go outside. Take them out. Not to the mall. No. Not to buy some sneakers. No. Stop spending money on shit like that. Take them to the park. Take them to the zoo. Take them to the museums. Oh my God, the aquariums. They have beautiful aquariums, especially in Camden. That's one of the biggest and the best aquariums you ever want to go to. But take your kids on these trips that our schools used to take us to, but schools ain't interested in that. They want to go to fucking, what is that? Something zone, crash zone or something where they just jumping on a bouncy and all that. Bullshit. I'm telling you to get back into teaching your kids. Make it fun that both of y'all are learning. Get on that train and take your child to see the fucking Statue of Liberty. It's not even expensive. You can get on a train, go to New York, and get on that boat. And the boat will take you, I think the boat ride is like $20, $25. These are cheap things, but they are lessons. If whatever town you live in, make sure your kids know that you have a museum. And if you have an aquarium, if you have both, make sure your children know that. Make sure your kids know everything that's going on in your community. You should know everything that's going on in your community. These are little things that is going to make a world of difference. I didn't know Reagan took out the arts program because I couldn't figure out what happened, because there was a time when I was in school, we did big shows every year and we would practice for months for these shows. They didn't cost anything, but that was the government paying for it. But it kept us out the street. Every day I went from school, I went to practice because I wanted to put on a show. And when we had these shows, everybody from the town came. It was like the biggest shows ever. Every year, we even had, parents was included. I remember one year, my mom had a segment. They was doing the boogaloo. It was like that. But they took it away. We need to get it back because this stuff meant something. This is what kept our families tight and together. And it'll do it again if we put the phones down just for a little while. Just for a little while. All right, y'all. It's been real. I really was talking for a whole hour, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. You know what? I really, really want to have a conversation with men, whether it's straight or gay. I just want to have a deep, deep conversation with men, period. Black men, period. Because there is something to be said about the Black family, that we need work. And let's start that conversation. And it's not a bashing session, it's a learning session. And I I ask that whoever come to the table come with the mindset of wanting to do better. That's it. Wanting to be better for each other. That's it. Thank y'all. I'm so happy. I'm glad. I appreciate you guys for coming out. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this live. It's just me running my damn mouth for things that's on my mind. But I'm very passionate about it because I just I love us. And that's just it. I say it all the time, but I mean it. I love us. I love everything about us. And I know who we are. The original Hebrew people. All right. Peace.